The digital revolution. How technology drives social movements and transforms society in an era defined by rapid technological advancements. Society is witnessing unprecedented waves of transformation. From grassroots movements gaining global traction to policy reforms accelerated by digital advocacy, technology has emerged as a powerful force in shaping societal norms and structures. This article explores how digital innovation fuels social change, empowering individuals, communities, and organizations to challenge existing power dynamics and envision new possibilities for collective action and progress. The rise of digital activism. Digital platforms have revolutionized the way people organize, mobilize, and advocate for causes that matter most to them. Traditional barriers such as geographic limitations, resource constraints, and institutional gatekeeping are being dismantled through online spaces that facilitate mass participation and real-time collaboration. Social media networks, messaging apps, and virtual forums serve as critical tools for raising awareness, coordinating protests, and amplifying marginalized voices that were once silenced in mainstream discourse. These technologies enable activists to bypass traditional media narratives and reach audiences directly. Platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram have become arenas where social movements gain momentum, sparking national conversations and pressuring governments to respond to public demands. Hashtags, viral challenges, and live-streamed demonstrations illustrate the evolving landscape of modern activism. Mobilization at scale. Online campaigns can rapidly gather thousands of supporters worldwide, creating pressure on policymakers and corporations to address urgent issues such as climate change, racial injustice, and economic inequality. Amplification of marginalized voices. Individuals from underrepresented groups now have direct access to global audiences, enabling their stories and struggles to be heard without intermediaries who might distort or ignore their messages. Moreover, encrypted communication tools protect activists working in repressive environments, allowing them to coordinate safely while minimizing risks associated with surveillance and repression. As digital infrastructure continues to expand, its role in catalyzing social change will only grow stronger, reshaping the very foundations of political engagement and civic responsibility. The power of data and analytics in driving social impact. Data analytics has become indispensable in understanding complex social phenomena and designing effective interventions. By processing vast amounts of information, organizations can identify patterns, predict outcomes, and tailor strategies to maximize impact across various sectors including education, healthcare, and environmental conservation. For instance, machine learning algorithms analyze demographic data to detect disparities in service delivery, helping policymakers allocate resources more equitably. Similarly, predictive modeling aids in forecasting natural disasters, allowing communities to prepare better and reduce potential harm. Leveraging big data for inclusive policy design. A study by MIT's Media Lab demonstrated that big data could help map urban heat islands, revealing areas where vulnerable populations face disproportionate health risks due to inadequate infrastructure. This insight enabled city planners to implement targeted cooling solutions in affected neighborhoods. Such applications highlight how data-driven approaches empower decision-makers to create policies grounded in empirical evidence rather than assumptions or biases. When combined with community input, these methods foster inclusive governance models that prioritize human needs over systemic inefficiencies. Furthermore, open-source datasets allow researchers and citizens alike to scrutinize government actions, promoting transparency and accountability. Crowdsourced mapping initiatives during humanitarian crises exemplify this principle in practice, ensuring aid reaches those most in need efficiently. By integrating advanced analytical techniques with participatory frameworks, societies can move beyond reactive measures toward proactive problem-solving rooted in shared values and measurable outcomes. Educational innovations shaping future generations' access to quality education remains one of the most significant drivers of long-term societal development. Technological innovations have democratized learning opportunities, making knowledge accessible regardless of geographical location, socioeconomic status, or physical ability. Online learning platforms offer personalized educational experiences tailored to individual needs, eliminating many obstacles faced by conventional schooling systems. Virtual classrooms provide flexibility for students balancing work commitments with academic pursuits, while adaptive software adjusts difficulty levels based on learner performance. Additionally, immersive technologies such as augmented reality, AR, enhance experiential learning, allowing students to engage with abstract concepts through interactive simulations. This approach fosters deeper comprehension and retention compared to passive memorization techniques traditionally used in rote-based curricula. Open access repositories containing scholarly articles, research papers, and multimedia materials further enrich intellectual exploration outside formal institutions. These resources bridge gaps between privileged and underserved communities by providing equal footing in acquiring specialized expertise. However, challenges persist regarding digital literacy among educators and learners unfamiliar with emerging pedagogical tools. Bridging this gap requires investment in teacher training programs alongside infrastructure upgrades aimed at expanding internet connectivity nationwide. Ultimately, fostering digitally literate generations equipped with critical thinking skills ensures sustainable progress driven by informed citizenry capable of addressing future challenges collaboratively. Environmental advocacy through technological innovation. Climatic shifts pose existential threats requiring immediate attention from scientists, policymakers, and ordinary citizens alike. Fortunately, cutting-edge technologies are proving instrumental in monitoring environmental degradation, developing cleaner energy alternatives, and promoting eco-conscious behaviors within communities. Remote sensing satellites track deforestation rates globally, alerting authorities when illegal logging activities occur near protected reserves. Drones conduct aerial surveys of coral reefs, measuring biodiversity loss caused by ocean acidification and rising sea temperatures. Renewable energy breakthroughs continue advancing storage capabilities, making solar panels and wind turbines viable replacements for fossil fuel-dependent infrastructures. Smart grids optimize electricity distribution dynamically according to demand fluctuations, reducing waste significantly compared to outdated manual controls. Mobile applications encourage users to adopt greener lifestyles by calculating carbon footprints daily and suggesting ways to minimize emissions through simple behavioral changes like using reusable containers instead of single-use plastics. These examples underscore how technology serves not merely as an enabler but also as a transformative agent capable of guiding humanity towards ecological balance amidst escalating environmental crises. Reimagining economic systems via technological disruption. Economic paradigms are undergoing radical transformations fueled largely by disruptive technologies challenging established financial systems dominated by centralized entities. Decentralized finance, DeFi, blockchain-based currencies, and cooperative business models represent new frontiers offering alternative pathways toward equitable wealth distribution. Cryptocurrencies disrupt traditional banking monopolies by enabling peer-to-peer transactions devoid of intermediary fees typically imposed by commercial banks. Blockchain ledgers ensure transparent record-keeping mechanisms resistant to corruption or manipulation attempts by malicious actors seeking control over monetary flows. Cooperative enterprises leverage digital platforms to connect stakeholders directly, circumventing hierarchical corporate structures that often exploit labor forces for profit maximization purposes. Peer-to-peer lending services facilitate microfinancing options previously inaccessible to low-income entrepreneurs striving to launch innovative ventures. While regulatory uncertainties remain surrounding these developments, proponents argue they align closely with principles advocating fair trade practices, worker empowerment, and reduced economic disparity between different socioeconomic classes. As adoption rates increase across diverse markets worldwide, ongoing dialogue between technologists, economists, and lawmakers becomes crucial in establishing ethical guidelines governing next-generation financial ecosystems, prioritizing inclusivity above all else. Healthcare advancements redefining well-being standards. Medical science intersects deeply with technological evolution, producing groundbreaking improvements in diagnosing illnesses earlier, treating chronic conditions effectively, and enhancing overall life expectancy figures across demographics globally. Telemedicine consultations eliminate distance barriers, preventing timely medical care access, especially rural regions lacking adequate facilities nearby. Artificial intelligence assists radiologists interpret X-rays faster, accurately identifying anomalies invisible even to experienced professionals, thus improving early detection success rates, dramatically lowering mortality risks related cancers, lung diseases, etc. Wearable devices continuously monitor vital signs, transmitting alerts instantly whenever abnormal readings indicate possible deterioration, warranting immediate intervention, thereby preventing severe complications arising later down line. Precision medicine tailors treatment plans specifically suited for each patient's genetic makeup, maximizing therapeutic efficacy while minimizing adverse side effects commonly encountered when administering standard dosage regimens indiscriminately, applied irrespective individual differences. These innovations collectively signify paradigm shift occurring within global healthcare landscapes, moving away from generalized approaches favoring customized care strategies reflective contemporary understandings, biology, variability inherent, humankind itself. Fostering global solidarity through cross-border collaboration in our interconnected world marked heavily by globalization trends. Cross-border cooperation plays pivotal roles facilitating mutual support among nations facing common adversities ranging climate change, refugee crises, pandemics, international conflicts, etc. Technological mediums serve dual purposes, acting both connectors, separating otherwise isolated groups trying to overcome similar problems simultaneously elsewhere planet Earth. International coalitions utilize cloud computing architectures, securely share sensitive epidemiological data, enabling swift responses, containment efforts spreading infectious diseases threatening entire populations unless acted upon quickly, decisively manner. Joint scientific endeavors conducted virtually transcend territorial boundaries, pooling together intellectual capital addressing pressing global issues confronting civilization today, tomorrow. Virtual conferences replace expensive travel requirements, allowing participants contribute remotely, saving substantial costs normally incurred attending events physically present locations, potentially limiting attendance due budgetary restrictions, affecting marginalized individuals unable to afford high expense tickets, required entry venues hosting meetings, workshops, symposiums. Collaborative projects involving engineers, programmers, designers, scientists working seamlessly despite residing continents apart demonstrate tangible proof concept illustrating power internet transcending geopolitical divisions, cultivating sense belonging, solidarity amongst peoples, united purpose, safeguarding future generations inherit Earth legacy intact. Such instances reaffirm importance nurturing inclusive digital environments, encouraging free exchange ideas, resources, fostering interdependence relationships essential, navigating multifaceted challenges demanding unified front worldwide scale. Conclusion: technology stands at the forefront of every major societal transformation currently unfolding around us. It empowers individuals, strengthens communities, and accelerates progress toward more just and sustainable futures. To fully harness its potential, we must embrace responsible usage guided by ethical considerations, emphasizing equity, accessibility, security, privacy, rights, protection against exploitation, misuse, whatsoever form. Only then can we ensure that technological advancement truly benefits everyone equally without leaving anyone behind. Trapped cycles, deprivation, ignorance, oppression.